Okay, so if we've got our three cups, we kind of want to break it into two groups so we only have half the amount. How can we do that? Debbie, what are you thinking?
Like if we have three, so we're gonna keep one and we're gonna take this one, but we're gonna fold this one in half.
Why would we do that, Tibia?
Cause we're gonna have half of this and we're gonna put the other half. And we're going to save the other half for something else.
So hold.
Instead of just throwing it out. Because what if we need the other half?
Right, and so this paper that we've gotten is not really representing paper. It's representing our juice. And it's not just our juice. It's going to represent the amount of water that we have to add to our juice. Because we don't want our juice to be too runny. Because we're going to put it on top of snow cones, ice. So that being said, then I guess I would have this amount to save and this amount to put in. So how much water do I need to mix in with that juice?
That
one. 1.5 cans. Now hold on a minute. So that works for this mixed berry juice and that works for our orange juice. But the lemonade didn't have 3 cups of water.
Yeah, 4.
So, okay.
Okay,
can you go get me one more paper?
2.5.
Oh, before we guess it off, because now we're kind of showing, we decided that for 4, we want to make sure we get it. You know what? To not get confused, can you actually grab me 2 more pieces of paper? I'm gonna put these halves aside for now. So we start with full.
See? This.
Okay, so now we have 4 cups. Well, again, we don't want all of it, we want half of it. So, how many cups do we have?
So I have 4, but we really just need 2.5.
How am I going to get 2.5?
You could just
But if hold on a second. If I did 2 and I did a half of that, then, if I did 2.5 of that, then the only thing that's being left over is 1 and a half. And is that,
But we can fold that one.
1 second though, Dana, I want you to think. Look, Dana, we had 2.5 here. And just for sake of folding, if we have 2.5 here, we only have 1.5 left there. And is that the same?
But
Yes.
what if another time we were gonna have like a little celebration? Maybe we could use that juice for that.
We could, but hold on a second. I only wanted to use half the amount of water. So you told me that for this 4 cups, I would have used 2.5, and I would have 1.5 that doesn't go, 1.5 cans of water that don't go in. But are those 2 groups the same?
No.
So, maybe it's not 2.5. Let's look at these 4. How can we break these 4 cups of water into 2 groups?
Take 2 away.
What would you do?
Sometimes you can do that. You can pull it into 4 pieces like this, and then you can cut them.
Yeah.
And then you have 4 cups of water.
But then that gives me 4 pieces of 1 cup. But I don't just need 4 pieces of 1. But these are my 4 cups. So that would mean 4 pieces of 1 and 4 pieces of another and 4 pieces of another. I want to take these 4 pieces here and split it into 2 equal groups. How can I do that? When we had 3, we broke 1 and 1 and then split 1 in half. Now we don't have 3 cups, we have 4. How can we split those into 2? Aiden, what are you thinking?
I think if you just leave one open and then do this, I was thinking about 3.5. So that's how it could have 3.5.
But look here, Aiden, if you do 3.5, then we do 3.5, but that only gives us a half a cup left over. Are those two equal groups? Okay, well, if we do 4.5, we don't even have enough water. So instead of showing it anymore, let's think of what we did before. When Jibia did it the first time, she took her 3 and she made 1 over here and she did 1 over here and then she put a half in each. Well, we don't have 3, we have 4. So how are we going to break 4 into 2 groups? How can I split 4 things into 2? Natalia, what would you do?
I would move the cups right here and then it's equal.
So hold on. How many cups did you move over?
I moved over 2.
And then how many cups are we not using?
2.
So for our 4, we're not going to add 4 cups of water. How many are we going to add, Natalia?
2 cups.